Friends, in this video for iThought Advisor, I am going to talk to you on the topic advising on contrarian investing. Generally, when you go out and tell others, do this on an investment which nobody favors at that moment, you know how the response will be, right? Everybody is conditioned by what they see around them. They have heard negative things only about a particular idea, and if you go and tell them, why don't you try this investment idea, it's a great one, then they would naturally think that you are out of your mind or you are not telling them something which they like. But everybody wants easy approaches. We want to make returns better than benchmarks. We want to beat inflation significantly. And we want to do this doing what everybody else is doing. Now, that is never going to be easy. So, you need to do something which others are not willing to do. And you need to do it when others are completely against doing it. And while you do it, you must have done all your homework and preparation to be sure that what you are doing will not fail. The gestation period between the time you undertake your investments and the time they pay back can be long, but the return should still be commensurate and rewarding your weight. So, contrarian investing can happen successfully only when you have done your homework, you have made your choices correctly, and you are willing to wait. Contrarian investing also needs one more thing. You can't expect your friends whom you spend your evenings with to agree with what you are saying. In fact, you must expect disagreement. To my mind, whenever we have discussed something extremely contrarian, people have been dismissive. We are seeing that in social media, right? Suppose I went 6 weeks ago and said that Coal India is a great investment at 125. You've seen the reactions. People think that, oh, you're just saying this for the sake of saying this, or you don't know what you're saying. So, when you ask people to buy something nobody wants to buy, you get this kind of reaction. And when you ask people to sell what everybody is buying also, you get extreme reactions. A typical case is in pharma, right? So, when you tell people that it's run its course, we should probably take our money off the table, there are people who have made money only investing in pharma, right? And they would have a lack of people following them. And this lack of people will find what you are saying unpalatable, because there's somebody saying that, this is the greatest sector to invest in, and then you go and tell them that probably there are better ways of playing the same sector. It's going to be very difficult. Recency bias is going to be very high in people, especially when it comes to selling out of successful areas of the market. So, as an advisor, taking contrarian ideas to an investor is always never easy. Whether you ask them to sell or you ask them to buy, they are going to look around for evidence and they are not going to find the evidence. That's the difficult part. So, the only way the advisor and the investor can cohabit and make that journey peacefully towards their end goals is if the investor expects not to receive validation of what the advisor says in the stock market. You will not get it. Otherwise, you should not work with a contrarian advisor, right? You should work with a consensus advisor and accept whatever returns you get. But if you want to make superior returns, playing investment themes which others are not willing to play, then you need to bring the right temperament to the table, and you and the advisor must be on the same page. You can take a little time to come on the same page, but you can't be a difficult customer in coming to the same page with your advisor. It doesn't help. It's like I'm just going to a doctor, I'm not keeping too well. I'm going there with the mindset that I'm going to listen to this person. I'm going to pay heed to his counsel, and I'm going to understand what questions to ask him, and I'm going to convince myself. That is how I would view my relationship with that professional, right? Similarly, you need to satisfy yourself with the advisor. You need to come to a place where you're going to make that investment journey with adequate conviction. That's the only way the investment journey of an investor with an advisor oriented towards contrarian investing will work. Otherwise, it's going to be jumpy, it's not going to serve either the advisor or the investor. But when markets are like this at extreme valuation, highly polarized, it makes a lot of sense to do some contrarian investing. It makes sense to go and sit where no one is sitting, right? Make some investment choices where nobody wants to buy, right? For example, gold or themes which people don't want to touch. It makes a lot of sense to go and buy them and wait, because when you're rewarded, you're richly rewarded. I'll just give you an example of two themes the last 1 year which have been very richly rewarding, okay, way above what the Nifty can give or even the best performing PMSs can give, which is amazing, right? But this happened in mutual funds and we have been on this journey and many of you are aware of it. The first one is in the commodities and natural resource trade. From the bottom, these funds are up nearly 150%. Similarly, the infra trade, infra sectoral funds have done phenomenally well, right? But when we bought them, we had no evidence. They went down, we bought more, and then they came back, and today most investors who are advised on these funds are up more than 100%. So that happened because you bought into the advice when nobody was willing to do it. You trusted the merits of the investment advice and you invested based on that advice. If you're continuously questioning and waiting for evidence around you, you would have missed these themes completely. I'm sure today also there are themes which are giving us difficulty. There will always be themes which give us difficulty, but no pain, no gain. So you have to go through the difficulty. You have to experience a down and you have to bring out your best investment behavior when the chips are down. Then when things change and when the theme starts doing well, you're going to be richly rewarded. This is something that I have seen right through my experience as an advisor, and I think nothing will change in the years to come. Whether I am an advisor or not, this is a trend that will sustain. But the investor must know how he can work effectively with the advisor to create what he wants for himself. That understanding, internalization and bringing about the right investment behavior is very critical for your own well-being. Thank you very much for being on this journey and watching this video.